As you're all aware, we visited Krakow recently, and part of our continuation of Normandy really was to go to Auschwitz. Here you can see some images. These individuals had no idea what was about to happen to them. We booked a tour via our holiday guide. There really isn't a lot of words. Walking around, it is a very quiet tour, let's say. I think everyone's just in reflection. I mean, this sign says it all. Work sets you free. Awful. Walking around Auschwitz, you get to go into certain blocks. Some you are allowed to film in, and some, for obvious reasons, you're not allowed to film in, which is fair enough. And it really is about the respect of survivors and family members of those survivors. As you're walking around the blocks, I think we went in about 5 or 6. Some you're not allowed to film in, but in the most part you are. Some of the corridors have images. We never filmed in there. It's just not appropriate. But the living conditions, etc., I'm happy to share. In the 5 years of the Auschwitz camp, they believe 1.1 million people perished in Auschwitz. Walking through the rooms, there was displays of prosthetics, cups, plates, saucers that were found, and shoes. It was really hard seeing the shoes, especially when we came across the children's shoes. A lot of the shoes and clothing was sent over to Germany, believe it or not. And we went into another corridor where we see the cases with the names and numbers. As you can see here, the facilities in the blocks were very, very basic. You were lucky if you had a bed. Some of the first people that went there had straw on the floor, and you actually got to see that, which was very hard, albeit they had a roof over their head. Block 10 is probably the worst. Medical experiments took place here, awful ones too. Now this is the kitchen area with all the chimneys. So after everyone had been to work and did what they needed to do, they'd be taken here. Now, bizarrely, as you will see as we come around this corner, there is, I'm just waiting for it, there is gallows. Now, you'll see them come into shot now, but basically if somebody from your dorm or bunkers tried to escape, the whole group were hung right outside the kitchen to give a very harsh, severe message for obviously trying not to escape. As you'll see here, it's like a guard's tower, and they'd stand there and do a roll call every day. Could take from 2 hours to, well, as long as it took, and you were punished if it took too long. Walking around, you just can't fathom how nobody knew, nobody did anything. It's such a somber, strange, you want to go, you want to remember, do we learn? No, we still don't, there's still wars going on. But the sheer volume of this is just devastating and heartbreaking. What these poor people went through. You can't even begin to imagine. Visiting Krakow was for us, this was probably the toughest day. We did Auschwitz and Birkenau on the same day. So that's 2 concentration camps, very different. I'm glad. I mean, I've read a few books, but nothing prepares you really for the scale of the operation, I would say. Heartbreaking. Now at Auschwitz, the one of the gas chambers is actually still erected, hasn't been destroyed. So we took the chance to go in. Again, a very eerie silence. Hard hitting, really. You know, you're on your tour and they guide you and they show you where the gas was poured in. It is just unbelievable how many people perished. Thanks for watching and thanks for joining us while we reflect on this tragedy.